Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Universal You. Today, I am going to share with you a lot of the intervention that took place by the Atlanteans to preserve humanity. All right, let's get right into it. In the previous video, I shared with you a bit of information on the light field ship beneath the Sphinx, and now I'm going to go into a bit more detail on the role in which it played a very important part. Let's continue. Alright, so Thoth, Ra, and Aragat. They finished the complex in Egypt to rebuild the new Unity consciousness grid. And it sat there for about 200 years until the precession of the equinox and the pole shift. This pole shift resulted in the island of Atlantis sinking. But a lot more happened on that island, which I'm going to go into detail on here. When the Atlanteans, or shall I say Tothra and Argat, when they saw the signs of the pole shift, they raised the light field ship beneath the Sphinx. What they did was they raised the vibration of the molecules one overtone higher than the one the Earth exists in. And this allowed the ship to phase through the ground into the sky, which is really cool. And then they moved to Atlantis and picked up the members of the Nacaal Mystery School, and this included the original immortals from Lemuria and those who had reached enlightenment during the era of Atlantis. About 1,600 enlightened light beings with their Merkabas activated and spinning. The beings of Atlantis were creating a living group Merkaba, and this illustrates the idea of light beings. They had a protective field around them as they headed for Kem, soon to be New Egypt. And then they landed on the Great Pyramid of Giza. Now, from there, they did something very, very important. And I would like to go into detail on it, but for now, I'll just say that very broadly and quite verbatim, that they lifted this group Merkaba light field ship, and what they did was proceeded to drop members of the Nacaal at certain sacred sites, certain nodal points on the higher consciousness grid, and from there they would enact civilization. I'll go into a lot more detail on it, and I'll mention a few of the actual sacred sites. I'm going to be sharing with you just how significant the aesthetic Merkaba created by the Martians was in altering the consciousness of the planet at the time, and why we are so fortunate to have these ascended masters working with higher consciousness. All right. Thank you for watching. As always, love yourselves.